Hey, Max here. I'm at a red light. I am going to see Madam Webb. I am at I have a few minutes to talk. I'm running late because I slept in. Um, the conversation was pretty fired last night. No hard feelings to anyone. I want to give this an honest review. I still really am. I do have my takes on Chris Stuckman and the review industry, movie reviewers. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words. Um, about not reviewing something just because it may not be good, and I don't think that's cool. And I don't want to record while I'm driving, so I'm gonna hit pause here, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to film again right before I get into the theater. Maybe. I hope I just get the previews, because it's like 11:30 and the movie starts 11:30, but there's previews. So let's do this, and I hope I enjoy it. I have like zero expectations. All right, the snow. I was also late because I had to clean off the car. I forgot that the car had snow on it. All right, I'm here. I'm running late. I hope I don't miss the beginning. I want to give it a fair review. I'm hoping I have some fun because I have no expectations. I'm not really expecting it to be like a superhero movie either. Like, I don't know. Like, okay, I'll let you know out of the theater. Right out of the theater. Great. I'm booking it. Oh. Oh boy. I'm not even going to the restroom. I really have to go. Oh, employees only. Oops. Okay, still pretty here. Is no one here. I have the theater to myself, which is nice. Alright, let's get this started. Okay, hey, Max here. I just got out of Madam Webb. Hold on. I need to block out the sun. It's cold out, and the sun is like, it's nice though. It's early afternoon. It's about 2. Just got out of the movie. My initial thoughts. This is going to be a spoiler review. I don't think it matters. Sorry, my hair's a mess. I just got out of bed, went right to it. I put my hood up during the movie. First I want to say thank you to Joe, Perp, Bruce, Diao, all my friends in Movie Talk that encouraged me to go see movies and do reviews. I'm not very articulate in my reviews. I'm just an average Joe, an average Max, paying my fee to go to the movies. And I honestly, that's the angle I'm going to take in my reviews. Do I recommend it to hard-paying or the working man, the working person, to go to spend their money to see this movie? I wouldn't recommend it to, if you have a limited budget for movies. It's certainly not good. It's certainly not bad either, though. I had fun with it. I enjoyed it. I think there's some great stuff about it. That's why I am still disappointed with Chris Stuckman, because there's definitely good stuff to talk about this movie. I really like, there's some cheesy moments. There's some off moments. It's not like a great production. I would have to research the budget, because I will give things in this movie a bigger pass if the budget's smaller. If it's a big budget movie, which I don't foresee this being, but I had fun with the characters. I don't know that much about this comic, Madam Webb. I honestly don't. I know now that she predicts the future. I like that it's an origin story for her and an origin for the other Spider Women. And I don't know much about their characters either. I know Spider-Man. I know Miles Morales. I do not know about the Spider People. Sorry. I don't know how closely matches the origins, and that's probably to my benefit, not knowing, not like gatekeeping the characters, because that's an obstacle to overcome with people, with fans that know a lot about the comics. So I don't know how much this follows the comics. The good, the bad, and the ugly, maybe I'll do with this movie. I don't think there's anything ugly. I enjoyed it. I know I also want to see superheroes being super in their super suits. You do get very little of that. I do want more of that, but I don't think it's a detriment to the movie either. I do think it sets up a cool sequel that'll never happen, unfortunately. I like the group of characters. I didn't know they were going to be younger. Yeah, they're younger teenage girls that that Madam Webb is taking care of, and I like how she starts to see the future. I think that's really well done. I like the special effects and the way and sometimes these movies that constantly, like the Groundhog Day type movie that you constantly see things done over and over in a different way, annoys me. But in this one, it's well done. I enjoyed it. The villain was kind of cheesy. He was not a great actor. I think he was probably the weakest part, but he's also a comic book villain, and he served the purpose. He's not a great comic book villain. I don't really completely understand his motivation for wanting to get the powers, except to be greedy and want the powers. Because the beginning of this movie, her mother is trying to find this spider in the Amazon so she could save her daughter. That's the reveal at the end. Cassie Webb, I believe her name is Cassie Webb. And I think that's well done too. She goes back, researches where her origin started. She starts to forgive her mother for being in that situation, and she understands it. That was a good moment. And I really enjoy the arc of Cassie Webb. I was surprised by that. Dakota Johnson, I think she's kind of cringe on the promoting of this movie and not really realizing that she's not a main Marvel character. What type of, maybe she wasn't completely aware of what type of production this was. But I had fun. I enjoyed the story. I would like to see it continue. I think people are, it's certainly subjective, but I think people are being ridiculous towards this movie. It's not garbage. It's not great either, but it's not garbage. There were cheesy things. I also was expecting a really cringe Pepsi tie-in. And it was obvious that they were doing a tie-in for Pepsi, but it wasn't horrible. The end where they have the reveal of Madam Web in costume too, along with the other girls. She didn't look great there, but I like the world that it leaves at the end of the movie. And I unfortunately we're not going to get more of it. There's just no way. There's no way we're going to get more of this unless somehow it becomes profitable. So I still, though, keeping the working person in mind and, expenses for entertainment in this world economy, I cannot recommend you go pay full price for this movie. If you have a subscription service to these theaters, then I would say, yeah, go see it. Or a rental. I think this would be an excellent rental. And I got a lot of horror vibes from it. Pretty basic horror movie. It's not gonna scare you or anything, but the pursuit, the villain that try to kill these girls was interesting and fun. The actor from Parks and Rec, when he was on screen, he made the movie a lot better. He was one of the stronger actors. But I also like the chemistry with the crew, and I would like to see where they would go from here. So I'm rambling because I'm still tired. I don't even have a coffee yet. It was worth. I have some Mountain Dew. It was worth it for me to watch. I'd probably watch this again with my wife when it gets to streaming. I would recommend watching it again. And I'm interested in these characters now, which I think that's a plus, right? Even though I like comic book movies and comic book TV shows, I don't really. And this is the next thing that everyone's gonna say, Max, you don't read enough. I don't. This makes me interested in the characters of Madam Web. And I think that's what it's supposed to do. And I think Madam Web is a cool character. There are some cheesy moments. Now my score. I would give it... It's not, I'm really hovering between a 6 and a 7. But I was like smiling during the movie, maybe because I had zero expectations. I would say a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. It was fun. Not great. Not particularly a great superhero movie, but a fun, like, genre, younger audience movie type horror type thriller type thing, I know doesn't make sense, but a fun, low budget horror type movie, dealing with someone that's developing abilities of premonition, of seeing the future, and I think that was well done. I think there's some great filmmaking within that part. Now, the one other weak part was when she finally, I don't know again if this matches Madam Web's character, of when at the end when she develops her powers further and she could be in multiple places at the same time. I think that scene was a little bit weak, but everything up to there was pretty well done. It did feel good to be back at the movies, at the theater, and I plan on doing more reviews. And I'm very happy that I get to talk about this with my friends later tonight. And I really encourage more people, if you are going to see movies, don't get stuckmanized. Review the movies. I think everyone should share their thoughts on this, and I think we should all, take it back a little bit, take things a little easier, and not get so offended by other people's opinions, because I want to be in a world where, we do hear what everyone, that's the fun part of being in movie talk, is talking about things, and you might like something someone else hates. And so, it's great to hear other people's opinions. So, I'm looking forward to that. And I know there's a lot that you could pick at this, though, for sure. There's a lot you could pick it, but nowhere near like Cat. The way I'll end here. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. The way it's being portrayed is like it's like Catwoman or Elektra, and it's nowhere near that. It's not. And that's where I'll leave it. And I could recommend it as a rental, or when it's on your streaming service, check it out. And I think it's going to do best there. I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye.